Have you ever felt as if your emotions were in control, like a sudden whirlwind sweeping away your composure? Imagine you're waiting for the results of an important interview. Every minute feels like an eternity, anxiety and anticipation building to a crescendo. You want to pace, check your phone incessantly, do anything to dispel this restless feeling. But wait. What if you, not your anxiety, were truly in charge? The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Today we'll explore how to become the true masters of our lives, even when faced with the most turbulent emotional waves. This is not a journey of suppressing or denying emotions, but of becoming skilled artists, transforming the highs and lows of our feelings into a beautiful symphony. Are you ready to take control and write your own life story the way you want it? Let's begin by understanding the nature of emotions. To master our emotions, we must first understand their multifaceted nature. You might have previously assumed that happiness is always good and sadness is bad, but in reality, emotions are not simply black and white. They are neutral signals, reflecting our inner desires and states. Imagine this: you yearn for something. If you achieve it, you'll be happy. If not, you'll be sad. But without the sadness of failure, would the joy of victory be as meaningful? These seemingly opposing emotions are actually two essential sides of the same coin, inseparable. Emotions, in essence, are messages from the brain, prompting us to take action. Even negative emotions like fear, anger, or sadness play crucial roles. Anger signals that something is blocking your path, urging you to overcome it. Happiness opens up opportunities, fueling your motivation to pursue your passions. Emotions also possess a remarkable contagious power. Like a virus, they can spread from person to person, both positive and negative. This stems from our human instinct for community, enabling us to understand and empathize with each other. The Stoics, ancient masters of mental fortitude, understood this well. They didn't seek to suppress emotions, but to master them, maintaining a steady mind amidst life's storms. As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics believed that it's not what happens to us that causes imbalance, but how we perceive it. It's like lifting weights. The weight remains the same, but your mindset determines whether you succeed or get crushed. They teach us not to try to control our emotions, but to focus on our actions, on how we respond to what happens. Another crucial principle in mastering emotions is to separate events from emotions. We often tend to intertwine emotions with events, leading to confusion and overwhelm. In such cases, we not only face the objective event, but also grapple with the turbulent emotions it brings. Separating events from emotions means recognizing them as two distinct entities. An event is simply what happened, devoid of any emotional coloring. Emotions are our subjective reactions to that event. For example, being reprimanded by your boss is an event. Feelings of anger, shame, or anxiety are emotions that can arise from that event. When you merge the event and emotions, you might think, "Being reprimanded by my boss is terrible, I'm so useless." But when you separate them, you can recognize, "I was reprimanded by my boss," event, and "I feel ashamed," emotion. Another example: suppose you receive an undesirable gift. Instead of feeling disappointed and thinking, "The gift giver is so thoughtless," separate the event and emotion. "I received a gift I don't like," event, and "I feel a bit disappointed," emotion. From there, you can focus on appreciating the giver's intentions while finding a suitable way to handle the gift without hurting anyone's feelings. This separation allows you to view the situation more objectively, thereby enabling better control over your emotions and reactions. You can focus on addressing the problem instead of getting caught up in the emotional whirlwind. So how can we not just experience emotions but also transform, manage, and utilize them as a source of inner strength? The answer lies in a seemingly simple yet surprisingly effective action: naming our emotions. Naming emotions is not merely about identifying whether you're feeling happy, sad, angry, or scared. It's a process of carefully observing the subtle vibrations within your heart and using words to accurately describe what's happening. Perhaps you're feeling disappointed rather than simply sad or frustrated instead of just angry. The more specific you are in naming your emotions, the better you understand yourself. Science has proven that naming emotions can significantly reduce their impact on us. When you name an emotion, you separate it from your being, transforming it from a surging wave of emotion into an object that can be observed and analyzed. This helps you regain control, no longer being swept away by the tides of intense emotions. Naming emotions is like lighting a lamp in a dark room. The light allows you to see every corner, understand what's happening, and make more informed decisions. Instead of being a victim of your emotions, you become the observer, the controller, the one who holds the key to inner peace and happiness. We often believe our pain stems from external events, from things that happen to us, but the truth is, the pain doesn't lie in the event itself, but in the story we tell ourselves about it. Imagine your mind as a movie theater. Every time an event occurs, it's like a scene playing on the screen. But you're not just a passive audience member, you're also the screenwriter, the director, the narrator. You can choose how to perceive the event, whether positively or negatively. You can magnify it or minimize it, add drama, or simplify it. And it's this story you create that ultimately determines your emotions. If you tell yourself a tragic story about an event, you'll feel pain and despair. But if you can shift your perspective, find the positive aspects, and extract valuable lessons from it, you'll feel lighter and stronger. For instance, if you lose your job, you could tell yourself a story of failure, that you'll never find good work again. Or you could choose to see it as an opportunity to explore new possibilities, to learn and grow. Remember, you always have the power to choose the story you tell yourself, and when you change the story, you change how you feel about life. That's the power of mastering your mind, the key to overcoming any challenge and finding true happiness. In the midst of emotional turmoil, when feelings surge like a raging storm, our vision often becomes clouded, and reason is submerged. We can easily get caught up in a whirlwind of negative thoughts and impulsive actions that we may later regret. The key to navigating such moments lies in the ability to step back and observe ourselves. Imagine standing on a high hill, overlooking a valley where a storm is raging. From that safe distance, you can see the whole picture, witness the destructive power of the storm, but also notice the rays of sunlight peeking through the dark clouds. Stepping back and observing yourself is similar. When emotions run high, pause, take a deep breath, and look within. Observe the emotions unfolding, the thoughts racing through your mind, and the actions you are inclined to take. Don't judge. Don't try to suppress or deny them. Simply observe, like a scientist studying a natural phenomenon. When you can step back and observe yourself objectively, you'll realize that emotions are merely temporary states, coming and going like fleeting winds. You'll gain clarity on the underlying thoughts and beliefs behind those emotions, enabling you to make wiser decisions. Stepping back and observing yourself doesn't mean you're avoiding or being indifferent to your emotions. It's a way to face them with awareness and courage, allowing you to overcome challenges and grow. Remember, you're not your emotions, you're the observer, the controller, the one who has the power to choose how to respond to any situation. And when you can step back and observe yourself, you will find true peace and freedom even in the midst of emotional storms. The sixth key, a simple yet incredibly powerful secret, is the breath. Breath is not just life, but also the bridge between body and soul, between reality and our inner selves. When we breathe deeply, we not only fill our bodies with oxygen, but also create a tranquil space for emotions and energy to flow freely, helping us reconnect with our inner strength. Imagine each breath as a cool breeze, blowing through every corner of your soul, soothing tensions and settling anxieties. When emotions surge, instead of letting them sweep away your composure, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, and then slowly exhale, releasing negative energy. With each inhale, embrace your emotions as part of yourself, without judgment or resistance. With each exhale, let go of burdens and worries, allowing your mind to become light and serene. When we breathe deeply and slowly, we send a signal to the brain that everything is okay, that we are in control. This helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, slowing the heart rate, reducing stress, and bringing us back to a state of balance. Conversely, if we let ourselves fall into a reactive state, running away or withdrawing, we sever the connection to the higher part of ourselves where wisdom and clarity reside. We revert to our primal instincts, easily swayed by emotions and prone to impulsive actions. So, always remember to breathe. When faced with challenges, breathe. When emotions surge, breathe. When you feel lost, breathe. The breath will bring you back to the present, to yourself, where you can find peace and strength to overcome any difficulty. Our emotions aren't random phenomena. They are things that we cannot control. In fact, emotions are formed and regulated by three key factors: our physiology, the language we use, and our focus. These three factors are not just separate aspects, but are closely interconnected, creating powerful levers that help us effectively manage and regulate our emotions. Let's explore each of these factors to better understand how we can use them to live a life full of confidence and happiness. First, let's talk about our physiology, our bodies, the way we move, the way we walk, the way we breathe, and how we use our entire physical being. Physiology is the foundation of all emotions. The way our bodies function daily has a direct impact on our emotions. For example, when you are tired, your body releases stress hormones, leading to feelings of anxiety, restlessness, and emotional exhaustion. On the contrary, when you take good care of your body, through regular exercise, healthy eating, and breathing exercises, you will feel full of energy, confident, and ready to face any challenge. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling tired. Your mind is cluttered and your body feels heavy. You don't want to get out of bed, and everything around seems gloomy. However, if you decide to step outside, take a deep breath, and perform a few light exercises, your body will immediately start producing endorphins, the hormones that make you feel happy and relaxed. Changing your physiology is that simple, yet it brings immediate effects, helping you start your day with more positive energy. The language we use daily is also one of the most powerful determinants of our emotions. Language is not just a means of communicating with others, but also a way we communicate with ourselves. The words we choose to express Our thoughts can directly affect our emotions, shaping patterns of thinking and behavior. For example, when you say, "I hope everything will be okay," you are putting yourself in a state of uncertainty, relying on luck instead of proactively creating the desired outcome. The word hope carries a sense of weakness, indecisiveness, and lack of commitment. Instead, if you change your language to "I will do everything to ensure things go well," you hypnotize yourself into a state of determination and proactivity. You no longer wait for good things to happen. You create them yourself. Similarly, the word try should also be eliminated from your dictionary. When you say, "I will try to achieve that," you are inherently accepting the possibility of failure. Instead, say, "I will achieve that." This not only changes how you perceive your task, but also helps you build the belief that you can and will succeed. A practical example is when I worked with a client who frequently used the words hope and try in conversations about his business goals. As a result, he never felt truly confident in his ability to succeed. After I helped him change his language, instead of saying, "I will try to get this contract," he began to say, "I will get this contract." Within weeks, he noticed a significant difference. He not only secured the contract, but also achieved more success in other projects. Language is not just invisible words. It is the force that shapes our emotions and actions. The last but equally important factor is our focus, where we direct our attention and energy. This is the factor that determines how we feel and what experiences we attract into our lives. Many people often focus on what they don't want, and as a result, they encounter exactly those things. For example, when you think, "I don't want to be sad," "I don't want to be disappointed," or "I don't want to be rejected," you are focusing your attention on those negative emotions, and thus, you attract them even more. Instead, try changing the direction of your focus. Think about what you truly want. For instance, instead of saying, "I don't want to be sad," say, "I want to be happy." When you focus on happiness, your mind will seek opportunities and reasons for you to feel happy. Similarly, instead of focusing on disappointment, focus on satisfaction and success. This not only changes how you perceive life, but also changes how life responds to you. A typical example is in an important meeting. If you only think, "I don't want to make a mistake," you will feel tense and worried, and the likelihood of making a mistake increases. But if you change your mindset to, "I will present clearly and confidently," you will feel calmer, and your presentation will go more smoothly. Focusing on positive things helps you not only steer clear of negative emotions, but also create positive experience in your daily life. These factors, physiology, language, and focus, do not operate independently. They interact with each other to form a complete system that helps regulate your emotions. When you feel out of control, remember that you can change your emotional state by altering one of these three factors. For example, if you feel anxious, start by changing your physiology. Stand up, walk around, breathe deeply, and feel your body begin to relax. Then pay attention to the language you are using, replacing negative words with positive and affirmative ones. Finally, focus on what you want to achieve instead of what you want to avoid. Changes in these three factors may not happen immediately, but with patience and practice, you will see significant changes in your emotions and life. You will become more confident, calmer, and better equipped to handle any challenges life brings. Remember, your emotions are not something beyond your control. You have the power to control them, and by mastering your physiology, language, and focus, you can create the life you truly desire. Remember, Managing your emotional reactions is not about suppressing or denying your feelings. It's about learning to understand, embrace, and channel their energy in a way that empowers you. Emotions, in their rawest form, are signals from our inner selves, guiding us towards growth, healing, and deeper understanding. When you consciously integrate practices like mindfulness, positive self-talk, and self-reflection into your daily routine, you begin to unlock a profound level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. You develop a resilience that allows you to bounce back from setbacks with grace and a sense of inner peace that carries you through life's turbulent moments. By mastering your emotions, you reclaim your power, ensuring that you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively to life's challenges. You become the author of your narrative, choosing how to write each chapter with intention and clarity, rather than letting external circumstances dictate the plot. So, begin today. Take that vital first step towards a more balanced, purposeful, and enriching life. Commit to this journey with an open heart and a determined mind. Know that every step you take brings you closer to the calm, centered, and fulfilled self you've always desired. The reins of your emotional journey are in your hands. Guide them toward serene waters and radiant, unexplored horizons. The journey is yours to shape, and the destination is one of profound inner strength and boundless potential.